And we're on the air. Excellent.
Podcast.
Thank you for joining the Untitled Studios podcast number 10.
You will regret it.
We are Untitled Studios podcast number 10. This is Stabby talking here. And then with us we have Class. Say hello, Class.
No, don't tell me what to do.
And then we have Engelhardt. Say hello, Hearth.
Hello!
And then we have 4D Mike. Say hello, Mike.
Fuck you.
This is excellent. And as per usual, we will launch into a fake Kickstarter thing.
Fake? Wait, we aren't actually getting people.
No, I mean our Kickstarter proposal. My bad.
Okay.
I should probably just not talk. Just as a general rule.
Yeah, that'd be better.
You mean Kickstarter scam? You mean totally legit business thing?
Yes.
All right. So can you guys all see my my awesome slide?
Yep.
I can see it.
All right. So this is Negotiabat, the best thing since alcohol.
Okay.
Hit the present button in the top right corner.
Present.
I did. Is it not showing up on?
No.
It's not showing us.
You need to just show the whole screen instead of just the just that tab.
Yeah.
When you go to the sharing options.
Holy, no longer presenting. You were presenting.
I had to stop.
You freak.
Super freak.
Okay. Now are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
All
that's a
right.
wonderfully dark screen.
Starting
Oh, there
again.
we go.
Negotiabat, the best thing since alcohol.
Yay.
Have you ever been in intense negotiations that failed unexpectedly? Have you ever spent $60 a plate on dinner without so much as a courtesy handy? Have you ever asked a small child to do anything only to be rudely refused?
Yes.
Now you too can enjoy the success and rewards you so richly deserve. All right, now here's how our scientists rule. After Tyler's research into aerodynamics and psychology, our scientists are like scientists, only much smarter,
Yeah.
have discovered the most effective negotiating tool on the planet, Negotiabat.
Awesome.
As it turns out, at the base of the skull is a small area, generally referred to as the nut. This part of the brain controls whether or not an individual agrees with something or disagrees with something.
Yeah.
After countless hours of research, our scientists discovered that with a careful application of blunt force trauma, which they affectionately termed busting, you can switch the agreement. You like all the sleeping people? You can switch the agreement-disagreement state of the nut.
Yeah. It's like binary code, except, baseball bats.
Oh, yeah.
Now that our scientists have created the perfect tool, ergonomically designed for ease of use, anyone with Negotiabat can bust all the nuts they like.
Finally.
Not only will busting nuts help out in your professional life, but it can work wonders in your relationships and even with the kids.
Damn right.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, with the kids, it'll change everything, trust me.
depends on where you bust it.
You'll find busting a nut with the kids to be the best way to get them to sleep you've ever tried. All right. Let's see. Handcrafted of only the highest quality pine wood, our Negotiabat is thoroughly tested to ensure you receive only the best tools. We offer a full-year warranty on each Negotiabat because we stand proudly behind our American-made tools.
All right, America.
Priced at only 4 easy payments of $19.99, we feel that this makes Negotiabat affordable to families at all economic levels. We also include a free mini Negotiabat with every order for added value, and we guarantee we'll suit all your travel needs.
It's for the Nutbuster on the go.
Yeah, exactly. Want to know more? Contact us. Email sales rep Stabby McIntyre at notarapist@negotiabat.com, or you can email the customer service rep Class Hollisher at this is my shit now at negotiabat.com.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so I have a question. Busting a nut with kids.
Highly recommended.
Do they tend to cry when you do that?
Not
The
afterwards.
first couple times, yeah, maybe.
After a while.
Is there like a Johnson & Johnson No More Tears version of Negotiabat?
I actually had him included in my setup for that, writing for a future one with the new and improved Negotiamat made with aluminum. Twice as effective. It's for the modern negotiator.
Easy
No
clean.
more having to use that old Negotiabat.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. I will order 5.
You guys like the sleeping people in the background of like every picture?
Yes. I want to be busting nuts all over the place. So I will order
Oh
plenty of
god,
those.
that was amazing.
I'd be
All
busting
right.
a hell of a lot of nuts, yeah. Very good product. 10 out of 10.
Which leads me to the first thing I
Rated
found,
on
which
Amazon,
is pretty funny, I thought. This happened a while ago, so this isn't like new news or anything.
What?
But if you've ever wondered what people do with not fleshlights, the real dolls.
Sex doll.
You know, this is actually somebody who had a real doll, like a Japanese version of it.
Mhm.
And he was moving back in with his grandkids and decided he didn't want to keep it. So he dumped it in the woods. A lot of people thought it was a real body, including the police, who found out it wasn't when they got to an autopsy. Needless to say, he was in just a little bit of trouble. I've done a little research since then on like what do you actually like? How do you get rid of like a real doll? Like, is there a recycling program through the company? You know, what's the deal? Like, because you know you can melt that shit down and no one would really care.
Yeah.
I think it's just like silicone over like metal, so it's not like it would really. You know, if there's a little bit of, let's say, fluids left over, it's probably not going to affect the reuse of the materials. Although you wouldn't want a baking sheet out of that, I would imagine.
Just a whole lot of bleach.
Now, I've heard of like porn in the woods, but now in the modern age, it's sex dolls in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta step it up.
Yeah, what a time to be alive.
Is it robotic?
Oh, those are coming out though soon. You know those are coming out soon. They're going to
I
have.
expect it to like shake my hand and then give me a hand job.
I did see a YouTube video where they were talking about real dolls and also talking about like the potential at some point that they'll like do like it was like a phone news show, but they'll be doing like AI kind of stuff with them. And it was
I
pretty funny.
guarantee people will fall in love with their sex dolls before the AI gets installed.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure they
well,
already have. There was
afterwards.
a documentary about it, like Lars and the Real Doll or Real Girl or something like that.
Really?
It was pretty sad.
What about that movie where the dude's like in a relationship with his phone or something?
Oh.
That's a thing.
Oh yeah,
And that's just an AI. Like no BJs from that phone.
But the phone will show you all sorts of porn.
Let's just hope these robotic dolls come out before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, really.
Really.
But
No,
I'm
no,
sure
it
there's
turns
an
out
app
they're-
for that.
There's an app for that. I know there's two ways that people commonly dispose of real dolls. Number one is they cut them up and just put them in the garbage in small pieces. Feels real weird to me. That just seems like that would be real
Just
weird
like a
to
real
do.
body.
No.
That's
No.
what
They're already pretty uncanny valley. Like I'll put a link to the real doll site in like the description, but they're pretty uncanny valley.
You don't have to Dexter this shit. Come on. It's just.
Well, the other
It's probably
way
a better
is
way.
people sell them used and other people buy them.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's not-
you know,
Used
That
sex
is not
devices are
crazily
not
sad.
good.
Hey, no, I think that's good. You know, you lock the juices in. Just
No.
like with a
It's like
nice
searing the meat. Yeah.
they warmed it up for you.
got her nice and loose.
Well, there's a couple other
What if
things.
it's like a celebrity sex toy, though?
Huh?
Those might go for some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting, but yeah.
I'm just surprised they don't have like a recycling program because that's a fairly large chunk of like silicone and metal that could probably be reclaimed. No, what's funny is they'll make them now like with whatever picture you send them, I guess. So you can like send them pictures
That's
of just
creepy.
random people and they'll make it.
I-
I think they are legally not allowed to make them look like anybody under the age of 18 though,
yeah.
which
Well,
I think is kind of silly
off of
because
that.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you can get around
it's not a
that.
real person, but whatever. You know, because you're not actually making a real human being. That's a pretend person made out of rubber.
that
like,
looks
who really
exactly
gives a
like
shit?
somebody.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I
not
mean-
like if you poke it or hurt it, it's going to hurt the actual person. This isn't a voodoo doll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a little creepy
It is
though.
actually.
No, it's
Voodoo
creepy, but don't you want somebody who's willing to pay like because they're like $8,000 or $9,000 just like
this is not a new concept. This
yeah.
was
No,
done,
pay that
this
much
was
money
done
for
on
a
Star
copy of
Trek
someone?
like a decade ago. Where
Episode
some dude was-
51.
Shut up, dude. Dude was following this chick around with like basically a camera, and he's like scanning her from like every angle, trying to get like, you know, the whole body thing going on, and then he like rents out her hologram for people to fuck. And
Oh, that
it's
sounds actually pretty cool.
yeah, so it's like, you know, people have thought of this shit before, so but isn't it weird that someone's like, I want to fuck you, but instead of trying to like get to know you and date you, I'm going to scan you onto a fucking sex
What if you're
toy.
a dude and the object of your affection is like a lesbian or something, you know?
She's got the short hair.
Yeah. It's just, you know, there's never gonna happen. I just figure, you know, there's some people out there that are just sad motherfuckers or whatever.
Or Cindy
Like, for whatever
Crawford.
reason, they're never gonna connect with a human being on that level.
Just
Why
get a-
not let them fuck a
Just
doll?
get a Cindy Crawford thing. Like, there's plenty of girls that are naked out there already for you to ogle and pretend to have sex with. It's just
Yeah, but they're
creepy,
not
like,
literally, like, most people keep these in their beds with them and shit, apparently. Like, this is stuff I've seen on Reddit. Like, this one dude was like, yeah, apparently most people just sleep with them, and...
So they're married to them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That's weird.
I'm not quite sure about that one.
It's less weird when they become robots.
Yeah, well, that's not that far away. Japan will take care of that.
Do the laundry, and then go back to the bedroom or something. Make me a sandwich.
Well, like, when they
Just
get to
like
the
a
point where
real
they
woman
can clean
should be.
themselves, that's the main thing, where they can clean the fluids out of themselves for you.
Yeah,
No.
just like a real girl.
No.
I
Sandwiches
hope
and
there's
clean
milk
it
in
out
that
for you.
coffee, sir.
No, I think the best, most realistic advance is when they start complaining on their own.
You never pay
They've
attention to
evolved
me
too much.
anymore.
No, don't worry. This coffee is full of plenty of semen.
Well, I think the
Yeah.
weirdest thing is that we don't allow people to get ones that are like kid-sized or looks like kids or whatever, because I figure, you know, if that keeps them from touching a real kid, let's all fucking donate.
Yeah.
Let's all send them a couple $100.
Well, there's
and
like
they can have their own little kid to play with that doesn't hurt anybody, and they just keep it inside and do whatever, you know. Just fucking.
Something
con-
that can
the
definitely
concern
not be
is that-
embraced.
well, I
Ever.
think the concern is that you might be encouraging that behavior.
That's really not how it works, but okay.
I know.
Like, no, I understand the concern. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, the video I saw where they were doing like a faux newscast on it, talking about like how, you know, eventually they're going to be like sex robots. The one woman on there
the
was like,
TYT thing.
yeah, the one woman on there was like, this is disgusting. It's going to lead to like pedophiles and stuff like that. I'm just like, you have no idea how this
Yeah.
works. You're so fucking dumb. Just,
pedophiles weren't around until we invented sex dolls.
yeah, that's. Well, there's cultures where it's perfectly normal. Like, that's just how it is.
Ugh.
It's in fucking, there's some small island countries over near, like, New Zealand or something, like Papua New Guinea or whatever.
Yay,
Where, like,
Papua New
the
Guinea.
males
Shout out to New
only
Guinea.
have sex with females to, like, procreate, but otherwise all sexual contact is between older males and young adolescent males.
Okay,
So,
that's
like,
just weird.
They
We should
Yeah.
bomb them.
they have sex
they
with
don't have any
younger males
oil,
to
we'd be
make them
wasting our
men,
money.
Essentially. Like, they assume that the semen is like the essence of maleness, and then they use that to
That is true.
create, like, make the younger males into
If
real
you-
men.
If you swallow my semen, you will get some of my power.
Well, there's different groups of them. and
Everyone
some
get
of them
on
are
that.
Like, it has to be swallowed, and some of them are like it has to be taken anally because it just doesn't work both ways.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, now that's a little interesting.
It's pretty fucking weird.
So
Newsflash,
if someone goes and
raping
visits
kids is
that,
good.
that'll definitely be a culture shock, like straight up your ass, like a culture shock.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is. I just Joe Rogan talks about it a lot on his podcast, and it's just something you don't forget when you hear it. It's like, that doesn't seem like it should be fucking real.
Yeah,
So-
that's a weird thing.
So, class, when you sneeze and you're wearing the bandana thing,
Mm-hmm.
it just kicks right back into your face.
You
So,
gotta tough it out. You gotta tough it out.
because I imagine like a cartoon style, and then just like right back in your
Oh man, little splat sound. And
He's a
little
professional, okay?
Stuff comes out the top on your. Oh man.
Maybe an amateur like you would get, bogged
Just
down
bust
by
that nut
something
on
like
your
that.
forehead. You know?
Well, I'm just waiting for like the one point at which it just falls off, like randomly, because he didn't tie it
That's
right
a
or
real thing.
something, and he just freaks out and like dodges away from the camera.
No.
With that said, let me tighten it.
Make sure that shit ain't gonna happen.
Because it wasn't tied back there.
Oh.
Soon there will be like, what do you call it, a double-sided tape like right under his eyes all the time just to keep it up in case those.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm just gonna get a second mask and put it under this one.
Ooh. Like a conscious.
will never know.
Oh, man. That'd be actually really funny if you did let it fall off one day and there was
Finally reveal it. We're finally gonna see what's under Class's mask today on the podcast. Finally, after
When
2 years.
people still don't give a shit besides the three of us.
And then it's the exact same.
And
fucking
Nish.
mask.
Nish watches the podcast regularly. Shout out to
Oh.
Nish.
Rage,
Nish.
Tumblr, rage, Tumblr.
Get a life. Don't watch us.
Yeah, dear
We're
God.
You
terrible.
are wasting an hour of your
Should
day.
we put our email out so people who do watch our podcast can like ask us questions like
Yeah.
for
Sure.
advice or something?
Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean,
Right
we
now.
already have Nish on Skype, so that's all one of our viewers. But
Well, I think it'd be funny to have like an email section where people are like, "I need your help with my relationship or my,
Yeah, do
my
that.
life
You
or
guys
something," because we're all
fucking suck.
not failures.
You guys suck bad dicks. So I'm
and the
gonna tell you-
raunchier you make them, the
Put me
better.
on.
Yeah.
So in our description, we'll include a link to our email that you can actually send us questions for.
And don't forget to send me all your butt pics. Don't
Yeah,
forget
there's
your
really no
butt
way we
pics.
can protect ourselves. So if
Psychic
you send a
butt
bunch
reading.
of really gross pictures, we'll probably see them. Just not on air, hopefully.
Oh, we will see him on air.
No, I think we'll actually screen prior to
No.
No, that's ridiculous.
crazy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What are you
Gotta wing
Come
it.
on, no.
trying to censor us, man?
Yeah, we get the one guy that actually started like listening to us, and of course, what he told us is to go, what is it, suck fat dick or something. That was the
I
best
didn't
one.
let him on the show.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that was probably our best episode. We suck fat dick. Woo!
You guys fucking suck. Let me on the show, please.
Yeah, that was the best part either. You know what would make it better? If I was on your show. Like, no, I don't think that's true, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think your ego is big enough for
It
the internet.
gets.
Like, it's just too damn big.
Yeah, it's a good thing we've disposed
Like
of
my
him
penis.
now. He won't be back on the show.
Focal. No, actually, one thing that I was thinking about is drop like a message on Twitter or something.
Drop it like it's hot.
Like, drop it like it's hot. You always have to drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Or cold or whatever.
We're just like a medium temperature.
You got to make sure you drop it from the window to the wall before sweat drips down your balls.
As a wise man once said.
Oh man.
All right. So with this awkward silence, does anybody have something?
No.
Nobody
Actually,
has stuff? I actually have
Actually,
something.
no, I've got something. Hold on.
Are we freeballing the hell of this episode?
Yeah, after my
Yes.
first article, everybody's like, "Oh God, no! Don't go back to Stabby. No."
I
Oh,
can't
no, shit, I
share
mean-
this one.
Oh God.
What is this?
So, yeah, this is PCGamer.com, and they basically.
Oh, let's burn them to the fucking ground.
That's
based
just
on,
ridiculous.
that title.
Yeah, so they said to stop using the PC Master Race stuff because of Nazis.
Nazis, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we use it in the first place. It's supposed to be funny because we're clearly not Nazis, you dumb
Mhm.
fucking cunts.
Yeah, but it's not
Learn
funny and
sarcasm.
you're just
Yeah.
hurting people now. So just
Who are you hurting?
the Nazis. I don't
So-
know.
All the people from the
Yes,
concentration camps don't even
beautiful
understand
flag.
computers.
That is a
Here's the-
flag
It's,
salute.
Yes, it's a wonderful, glorious flag of the PC Master Race.
Well, that's
Instead of a hammer and sickle, it's a steam engine now.
Hmm.
We're slowly progressing.
It's the almighty God that we worship and throw all our money at.
Yes, Val.
Almighty God,
Praise him.
all our money.
Just alms for the
Is it
steam.
really just Windows and Steam? Is that it? That's all PC is?
Yes, that's all
Windows and
PC
Steam.
is.
Well,
We
it
must
ain't-
worry about the consoles. The consoles are taking all of our money with the banks.
The
We must
consoles,
eliminate
das
the
ist back in
consoles.
war. Yes,
Hail
yeah.
Hitler.
It's got to be Steam because it sure as hell ain't Origins.
No.
Or,
Or what's the other one that I hate is Uplay. Ugh.
No.
You know, I got 2 free games on Uplay, Assassin's Creed 4 and Splinter Cell, and I refuse to download and play those because I don't want to use Uplay.
Nope, yeah. I got a free game on Origins, tried it for like
Ooh.
a week, and just decided Origins was just not worth my fucking time. It was like a $50 game, like an actual like AAA title, and I was just,
Wow.
nope, I didn't care.
Yeah, if
I'm
they
actually
really
impressed.
if they really
I,
wanted me to play, they would have put it on Steam, because
I
that's
did.
ridiculous.
I did
Or made
install
Origins work.
Uplay. Uplay sucks, but it's the only way to play certain games. So I did
Oh,
it.
yeah, I can understand that.
I was like,
You just have
fuck.
to play.
I have to. It's installed on my fucking PlayStation.
Nice.
Well, that's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah,
See-
they found a way to get it on there too.
A filthy console peasant among us. Disgusting.
Hey, I got a PC too.
You'll have to read.
A console
Oh, yeah.
is a fucking
Mulatto.
PC.
For-
It's the same fucking thing.
For any Harry Potter reference, you're just like the mudblood of like gamers.
Mudblood. I'm a
Going
hybrid.
half and
Have
half there.
something
Your
more Stabby
console
with
and
pigeons.
bullshit.
Yeah, this is Brian the Pigeon's blog. This is a blog done from the perspective of a pigeon in London.
Can we
Fantastic.
eat Brian the Pigeon? Is he tasty?
I
you
would
can.
hope.
They won't
Uh,
let you.
This is actually, so there's a game out there called Hotiful Boyfriend, which is a game where you go to an all-pigeon school. Like your character is a female who goes to an all-male pigeon school.
Are the pigeons like
And it's-
disabled, and you have to?
No, it's a dating sim, and you got to date one of the pigeons. At the
Oh,
end.
disabled pigeons, damn it!
And one of the characters that is, so they talk about as like historically the first intelligent pigeon is Brian the Pigeon. And apparently there's like a blog that's been going since 2009.
Damn.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's
Look at
not
the,
intelligent.
Yeah, I haven't actually read much of it. It seems like it's all right. It's pretty fucking, meh.
This shit's for the birds.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Boom.
But bum.
Two drums and a cymbal fell down a
Very well
staircase.
said. Very well said indeed.
Yay for pigeons.
So that kind of reminds me of when my friend made a MySpace page for his pet ferret one time. We were like at his house and bored, and he decided, nah, that's a good idea.
That's
Keep
the thing to
everybody
do.
updated on everybody updated on my ferret.
That's what you do, though.
If
That's
you're
what you. That is what MySpace is for. Making random fucking thing. What the?
Added
Just,
somebody in.
Brando,
Oh, nice.
I think we got
Oh, is it
invaded
Brandon?
from the console army.
Brando Calrissian.
Rando Calvin.
Yay, we have a new member for the podcast today. This is
Yay.
amazing.
You can help us suck cocks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we're
mean,
very good at doing it on our
donkey
own,
dicks.
but we can always use an extra hand.
get in line. I mean,
And-
my jaw's gonna start
No.
hurting eventually, so you got to just jump in there and take care of it. Just like
Is he gonna jump in?
jump
Is
on
he,
it.
is he jumping in? Is it not working?
Is the Almighty
No.
Brian? Has the Almighty Brian been stopped finally? Or is his name
Please,
Brian?
try.
Oh, that was the other one that I wanted to do.
Minicam or choose another video source. That's what he should do.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do that. Don't let him tell you what to do. They don't know nothing.
That is true. It's just the master race trying to tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a
Just the man.
particular article for it, but I do have some interesting, like, little new information, just some random shit, of
Yeah.
people doing crazy shit and succeeding at it.
And putting it on the internet.
Like trying to turn themselves white by having people give them money.
Going Michael Jackson with it, yeah.
That's
totally.
not actually crazy, though.
So, Stabby, you might know about this because it's based in California, but I don't know about Class or Mike.
We all live right down the street from each other.
Really?
Yeah, we all live in Maine.
Yeah, in Maine.
As a matter of fact.
Or Idaho.
Come
Maine.
visit us.
Maine, Idaho is where we live.
So, anyways, so there's two people that were climbing up the side of a mountain of in Yosemite National Park, which is, I forget
Dumb.
how high it is, ridiculously high, and it's pretty much a straight up and down cliff. I can
Sheer.
probably try to find some sort of article with some sort of numbers, but
Somebody
been
fall
trying
off the
to-
cliff?
no, they actually succeeded. They just completed, the whole climb of El Capitan, which is the highest.
Oh,
one
no, I
of the
should be
highest-
happy
So-
for them. Never mind.
so
I won't be
hold on.
depressed
Yeah.
if they didn't fall.
El Capitan.
Hold
It'll
on,
get
so
me
they didn't fall, and you decided to tell us about it. I'm not.
Why are
I'm
you
trying to sell
talking
some
right
cool shit
What is
here,
wrong with
man.
You
Are you
want
trying to
the
make the
next
podcast cheerful and
Why?
happy? Because
Were there-
we're depressed and fucked up. That's kind of what we do.
Did any
Somebody's got to
babies
do
get
that.
raped or anything? Was there any
Somebody's
Somebody's
gonna put things
gotta
that
do
aren't
it.
terrible up. Yeah, no, I totally get it. It has to be like
Did
something
he,
that's not fucking
Did he
awful.
plant the flag of the Fuhrer on top of the mountain?
I wish they did. I wish they took our flag, like if we had something, I don't know, like for Santa Rosa, or
Like
for
the PC
California,
Master
or
Race
something like
flag.
put the bear up on that shit, just like plant it on top of of the mountain. But nothing. I don't think they did anything like that, which is kind of sad. Or our
Alright.
Untitled Studios. I mean, our little emblem. They could have planted that up there, and that would have been a great PR.
Those guys are really big fans, actually.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure they're huge
I like that we
fans.
have somebody that's joined us, but he apparently doesn't have any like microphone voice.
That's
Maybe
okay.
he clicked on it and hoping that he would like it's like listening to us or something like shit like that.
Hey,
But
it works.
Holy
someone's got to be on that opposite end of sharing cool and positive stuff while you guys cover the whole murder and
That guy's a
death
winner.
and terrible things.
Oh boy,
So-
a mugshot.
Doesn't he look like
That's
a
always
winner?
a good sign.
So I'll gladly take that role from you guys. Wow, that guy looks like a piece of shit.
That's the face that
Yeah,
I
you
see
didn't
when I'm getting
the
raped.
title, and you see the picture, and you're like, "Yep, totally understand."
Oh,
Not
I didn't
at
even
all
read the
It looks
surprised.
like-
title.
It looks like his face is trying to like get in on
Stabby.
itself. Like
I feel like
Yeah,
he's
so
trying to murder you
apparently
with his face.
this person has been calling his attorney God and asking them to translate their Bible in Swedish, according
Wow.
to police, before this occurred. So clearly some issues were going on.
Just like everyone.
no, that guy's
happened
fine.
in Florida. I don't think anybody's surprised this happened in Florida.
I would have
I
expected
know
the
the little girl
Midwest.
didn't make it. She died.
Whoa.
Wait,
I
what
wanted
did
to
he do?
counteract like the cheerful one.
Oh, hey, we got somebody.
Hey, is it working now?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Excellent.
Oh, good. All right. Wait, that's not working now.
Oh,
Well, your camera's not, but you can talk, so.
yeah, we
You're
can
in.
hear you.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I'm at a...
Hey, look at the
Another
first.
member of the podcast. Untitled.
Hey.
Yay.
I finally works. Shit, it took me long enough.
So we were talking about the lawyer that threw, or not the lawyer, but the guy that threw his daughter off the bridge in Florida.
Hey.
Because you throw lawyers off the bridge, they don't throw people off.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
That works.
Or lawyers can make you want to throw yourself off a bridge.
Yeah, so they're obviously wait. There's an autopsy pending.
Oh, ending. Awesome.
Like, how do you figure the kid died? Do you think it was poisoning? Was it
He
secondary?
stabbed him
Gotta make sure.
off the bridge.
Yeah, I guess they were making sure there wasn't anything else that happened. But no.
Yeah.
So they they're probably gonna put this guy in jail for a long time, I'd imagine, or in
Can't
an,
wait for
an
the pics from
institution.
that autopsy.
He going to jail.
Yeah. I just wanted to counteract that cheerful story that
Go
Uh,
fuck yourself.
I thought you did it beautifully.
Go fuck
I thought you did it
yourself.
beautifully.
it was so perfect because you were talking about the guy that climbed the cliff, and I was just like, I've got a story where a dude throws a kid off a bridge. Yeah.
You better.
You suck.
You know
Oh,
what we
one up
should do?
you.
Can't waste that segue.
We should take a class field trip to Yosemite and wait for people to try and climb it, then fall off.
Yay.
So we
Actually,
can have some
You can
footage.
do that.
where was it? I was at some big national park. It might have been Yosemite or Yellowstone or something like this. I was really, really young. And we hiked up to the top of a mountain that you could take a trail to, but other people would actually climb up the face of it because it was a relatively easy mountain to start with. And as a child, I was throwing sticks off the side that people over the edge. Like, one of the park rangers just ran over and just started freaking out. You know, like, you can kill somebody.
What
And
are
as a
you
kid, even I was just like, man, but I was just throwing sticks over the edge. Like, what's your deal, man?
Fuck them. They're dumb enough to climb up this fucking thing.
Oh,
I
God.
was getting hit by sticks.
Kid.
I think the worst I did was like splash people at amusement parks and then act like I didn't do it. I never attempted murder.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
man.
pretty bad.
Don't do that now, though, dude. You can get away with that when you're a kid. Now you might get shot by the police. You know, you don't want to watch that shit.
Most of your life.
The police will throw you
Yeah.
off a fucking bridge.
after they choke me to death.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Oh, let's see
Stop
what else. I
resisting.
had something else that was funny.
Was it funny or like funny or sad funny?
Oh, this is funny. This is funny. Just like people are fucking morons.
This is
Correct.
dead
Worry
babies
about
being
it.
Oh, I
raped.
love morons. It's the best part.
All right. So controversial DNA startup wants to let customers create creatures.
What?
and people are literally like concerned about this.
I've been doing that for
Essentially,
years.
they're doing things like roses that will glow in the dark or be funny colors.
So GMOs, basically.
Yeah, it's stuff that's been being done for a long time,
No,
but people are totally freaking out about it. Like, these are totally new organisms.
we're back to Nazism.
The kinds of organisms that you eat all the time.
Yeah. Well, this is stuff that may, come out, like help future societies produce food easier and like
Oh,
more
definitely.
bountiful because
And yeah, we're already doing that. Like with corn, any corn that you buy is a GMO. They modified it to be.
Any fruit you've ever eaten is fucking been modified.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like corn specifically in a lab, they've made it to yield more of the edible parts and less of the, be resistant to bugs.
Corn
and
is
stuff,
a
so we don't have
grass.
to.
Well,
Yeah.
every food you eat has been modified in some way. It may not have been modified on a genetic level, but we've bred animals to be more more meat.
Yeah,
know?
just like the
that-
banana, the atheist
that is-
nightmare has been modified by God to be edible by humans.
Yeah.
Or it came from the plantain.
The fact is, with the farmland that we use today, as far as I'm aware, with the amount of farmland we have today that's actually in use, we couldn't actually feed everybody on the planet. Like,
No, we could.
a large portion of the people would starve, like that are currently eating would
Oh
starve.
yeah. If we didn't use GMOs, but
Yeah.
now that we
or
do, we
like
can
some
feed
form of
everybody.
industrial farming at the very least.
Yeah, it's distribution that's the issue.
Hmm. Well, yeah, and in Africa, everybody just kills each other like all the time. Like, there's a lot of warlords and shit that make it really hard to get people food.
Africa's a mess.
That's for sure.
Like a very
Cradle
very
of civilization. Good job.
Well, they have like a lot of fucking arable farming land. Like, they could be growing food enough to eat in that country, or not that country, that continent. Could easily feed itself.
Country, continent.
Huh, either way.
It's not America. That's the point.
That's true.
But I'm sure there's enough arable land that they could easily like feed that whole continent from that continent without having to go and like buy
Oh, yeah.
food from other people.
If they
They
could
just
stop
stop.
murdering each other.
Yeah, no need to cut off women's tits. That's not cool.
No, not
Oh yeah, definitely.
is when you're in the one area where pretty much if all the shit that can happen or go wrong is going wrong, yeah,
currently
you're pretty
happening.
much fucked unless something big happens.
Like
Yeah, we're not coming here.
Something proactive instead of just like shoot your neighbor because he has more cows or something.
Shit that can go wrong.
Well, in,
Exhibit
terrible.
A.
in the really poor spear chucky places, they'll do like sustenance farming and stuff where they.
God. The spear Chucky
No,
place.
no. See, it's okay.
You are
Well,
black. so it's
subsistence
okay.
living off of the land just doesn't work anymore. You can't hunt to live off the land. It's just there's too many people and not enough resources for that.
Well, no, they'll do sustenance farming where they'll burn down an area of trees and then farm the hell out of it until it's bad. You can't use it anymore. The soil is oversalinated or what the fuck
Yeah.
ever. And then they'll
So
leave it.
yeah, what happens is
gotta
certain
rotate
plants
crops.
change the soil in
Yeah.
certain ways, and if you rotate crops, you can actually use other plants that
Yeah.
will put the stuff that the first set took out of the soil back in, and use the stuff that the first set put in to
Like
help out
phosphorus.
plants.
But that
stuff.
requires
Yeah.
education and resources.
Like, I think the most common
Yeah.
reference
They
is
don't have.
the Three Sisters, squash,
Or
beans,
they
and
might have, but
peas
they're
or something
just
like
not
that.
using to.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
still like burning. They're still like throwing boiling water on people as witches over there. It's like,
Jesus.
It's not.
They're
It's not
in
all
another
bad over
world.
there. Like, it's not all bad. Like there are countries over there that are rich enough to help out the other ones.
Yeah.
It's not like the
Yeah, it's
burden
not all
should
the
fall
same.
on America.
Provided some ownership of people is exchanged, at least in some form.
Oh yeah.
of course.
Let's be honest about why they're helping out those other countries.
Help
So,
them. Help.
We'll help you out. We're just going to need some
Help me help you.
labor.
Yeah, just a late.
Legal.
They're not slaves, though. No, it's labor.
No.
Definitely.
No.
401ks and everything.
Yeah.
The chains are decorative. They're like
This gives
rappers.
me a great idea. We should like take over Haiti and then make the people there work for us instead of just letting
So
it all
just
go to shit.
Throwing
Just
money
bring
at them.
back slavery. Yeah.
Yeah, just like throw money at them that they can't do anything with. but then not give them money.
If we really wanted to solve any problems, we'd just start educating people like all over the world.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
That sounds like a helpful gesture.
That
That sounds like work.
Not too much work.
Ah.
I think we were getting too serious there. We're actually talking about real world problems.
Just level Haiti and then make it a part of the Dominican Republic.
Oh no! Oh no!
I just thought this was kind of funny. This is old news more than anything, but
Yeah, really.
the Yogg's Ventures, Yogg's Cast. We want to talk about our betters and make fun of them because
Fuck those people.
Why not?
They basically bit off a giant fucking thing they couldn't chew. Really,
Giant dick.
Jeez.
I love that they thought they were gonna make a full-on game for like $500,000.
Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Like you could make a small indie game for $500,000.
Yeah, you can make a
We're
piece
talking
of
about like an
shit.
open world like exploring game. Like you kind of have to have a lot more money than that, or at least a lot more time. One or the other.
And they don't
Oh,
owe
yeah.
the backers anything.
Even like a simple game like Angry Bird took a good $200,000 to make.
I got to admit
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
they crowdfunded it, and let's be honest. If you put money into Kickstarter or Indiegogo or any of those other ones, you're not owed anything. There's no guarantees. It specifically will tell you that ahead of time. So anybody that's whining about it, like I get being upset.
Depending on the
I don't owe you
policy,
anything.
you may or may not get your money back that you've committed to said project.
Yeah.
But
But-
they don't owe you anything extra if the project fails. They just
Yeah.
give you back what you said you would give
Well,
them.
yeah, whatever the policy was, yeah. But these guys actually went out and gave everybody like a free game, and I guess they're still looking at other stuff that they're going to give them. And I think that's pretty decent. That's they didn't really have to do that, so they're trying to make good as best they can on a thing that they clearly just fucked up.
Totally bombed.
Yeah. Well, everybody fucks up, and it's
Yeah.
easy to like bite off more than you can chew.
They tried. At least they tried to make it somewhat better for the people that paid for it. I mean, put money
Yeah,
into
most of the
it.
time you just get a big fuck you, and then they
This
walk
is well,
off
too
and you never
bad,
hear anything
motherfucker.
else.
Yeah.
It's
You could
unforgivable.
do that.
I demand that they immediately relinquish control of their channel and give it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I donated $5. I want everything.
So if you're watching our show, feel free to email Yogscast and tell
you're
them
not.
the class demands their channel in recompense for the Kickstarter that he had no funding in whatsoever.
What are you afraid of, Yogscast? Why won't you respond to us?
Yeah.
You're scared.
If they don't respond in 5 minutes, that means we officially win the debate and own them.
Ooh. And they owe us $1 million.
All right,
We are
calm
the
down.
owners of the
Calm down.
Yogscast.
Should we? Is there an email? Do we know where we can find Yogcast email to put it in our description? So, like in 20 years, somebody can email an email that just no longer exists. And I think by then, at least one or two of the people, like the main people, have died, like hanging themselves while jerking it. So that's usually how famous people
That's how I
go.
plan to go.
Yeah. It's the best way to, I think.
I don't know how else I would ever know how that's the most honorable way besides seppuku.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if you're going to go out that way and you know that's your plan, you have a responsibility to the internet to stream that shit.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Just set up a camera, hang the fucking cord.
A Kickstarter. I mean,
Yeah. I get to
Hey,
make
this
noise
one
hang
hangs out.
myself.
donate today.
Yeah, as a fellow Kickstarter owner, I'm appalled at what they're doing. It's not right, not
Detestable.
morally right. Yeah, oh, definitely.
Okay, so how easy is it to go, I'm going to start a game, here's all the things that's going to be awesome about it, and then just start collecting the Kickstarter or whatever money, and then never have any intention of ever releasing anything, and then just going, oh, sorry, it didn't work out. How
It's
easy
really
is that?
easy. That's one of the things that a lot of people complain about Kickstarter about is that it really doesn't have a lot of vetting process to make sure that all the projects are legit.
Is that what they thought Yogscast was doing? Like, is that why people were pissed off, that they thought like this was intentionally deceptive, or
People just
because it's the internet?
yeah, video game things, like there's some people who get really unreasonable about video game things. They're like, oh no, that's not fair, and it's like,
Oh yeah,
well,
even if it did pan out and they did make the game and it was great, people would still complain.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Fuck this game. I wish
Someone's
I
gonna
could
find a reason.
Anything that's put on Kickstarter is just immediately
kill yourself.
criticized because it was on Kickstarter.
Well, the only thing you can really guarantee off of Kickstarter, as far as I'm aware, because I've never given free money to random people that
Because there's no
probably
vetting.
are failures, and which is why they can't get loans. Is, as far as I know, is the companies that essentially use it as a way to pre-sale things that they normally wouldn't get that opportunity to pre-sale.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Because if you get the money up front, you can do things that you can't do without it.
yeah, where they're like basically like, look, we have a finished product. We think it's really cool. We weren't able to really get it noticed through the normal channels of advertising.
Yeah.
We're using Kickstarter. If you and like 100 other people donate $50, we can do a run and everybody will get a product. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Because a lot of the
That kind of
times it's, I mean, on top of donating, you can get like the alpha version, like you can buy, if it's for video games,
Yeah,
buy
there's
like
like,
the alpha version, or or the beta version. So it's something like a piece of it, and then as it's developed, because people are buying that little bit more and more, they get to add. Probably the great example is Minecraft in itself, because it's probably got funded that way. I mean, I bought that shit.
On
with-
Minecraft, I don't think it got crowdfunded. I thought they.
Well, I think
They did.
I feel like that's kind of how it started getting developed more and more, because it's just, I mean, it was already widely popular, but it was,
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
they sold the
getting
alpha
money.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of games that come off of Kickstarter like that, where they're still developing it, but it's still an
Yeah.
overall solid game.
and
It's just to add the little more flair, add more stuff
even
to
on
it, or
Steam,
then personalize it.
early access games. But the problem with that
It's
is,
risky.
there's no guarantee they'll pan out.
yeah,
Sure.
or they'll come out with an update that totally fucks up the entire game before it's even released, and then you're like, well, I already bought the game, but I don't want it anymore because it's not the core
It's not
gameplay
what-
that I
Yeah,
bought it for.
like a bunch of people who bought, I think it's called World, were really upset because the guy
Because
basically
the development process changed it.
Yeah,
you know.
the game, like the development
Surprise.
process stopped after he got his money.
Oh,
Oh,
now there you see. There
That's fun.
that's
Yeah. Well, that's takes your money. You take your chances.
you go. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
I'd only consider one of the places that if it fails, you get your money back.
yeah.
That's the only
Yeah,
way.
I'm not gonna pre-order a game after
Yeah.
I don't know. There was some game I pre-ordered that just disappointed me so badly, and it scarred me for life.
You're like, fuck
For
pre-orders.
How many
And the
people
other
here?
ones-
How many people here would buy lottery tickets?
No,
I
Yeah.
have before, but
I-
it's not like why.
I mean, like seriously, buy them with the thought that you're going to actually win money, as
Oh
opposed.
no, that's
No.
So I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
scratch
I,
it.
I can
No,
match it
oh,
just a
no.
little bit.
I
So
buy-
it's not shocking that none of us would support making a terrible investment into a game that we'll probably never see. Because that's essentially what Kickstarter is in a lot of cases. When you look
it
at
is a
it, it's like-
gamble. Yeah.
yeah, if they don't have a close to finished product or a real clear like a clear thing of what they're going to make, like, I have this really great barbecue sauce that my grandma made, and I want to bottle it and fucking sell it. And I think everybody will love this barbecue sauce. Like, that's the kind of thing you can kickstart and know, like, you're probably going to see that product. Versus,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, if
something
it's
as nebulous as, like, well, I'm going to make this open world game, and it's going to be like Halo and Minecraft.
Do
collecting
anything
at a
in it.
baby, and
Yeah,
you're like,
because-
no.
Because the one thing has a recipe and like a clear, step process. We have to get, we have to mass produce this. We have to get it in bottles.
They're
and then
not
we have
still
to ship it out to
developing the
stores.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I just, that's what people need to be aware of when they go to invest in Kickstarter is that, and plus, a lot of these people are there because they're just not competent enough to get business loans.
They might be nut jobs too, like
Just-
solar
maybe.
freaking roadway
possibility.
thing, or the
Oh, yeah.
magical levitating Back to the Future skateboard thing.
I was really disappointed by that solar freaking roadway thing. I was pretty pumped about that for about
You're like, yeah,
a whole day. Yeah, and then I saw that Thunderfoot video and it's like, crap.
Oh, did he destroy it?
Spoiled it again. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Well,
Wait,
it's a good
solar panel
concept.
roads?
that's a good idea.
But
But
now
I think it was
it
essentially
was
like
great
the
because
roads would generate
I-
power for everyone.
yeah,
Ugh.
instead of just sitting
Yeah.
there and
But when you get down into the nitty gritty details, it turns out to be like a really bad idea. But
Mhm.
most people aren't educated enough to know that, and even if that information's available, they won't accept it.
yeah.
So they're just like, I want my solar freaking roadways, and
It sounded better than
the
the
nut
plastic
jobs win.
thing. like using the pollution from factories to manufacture plastic.
Oh yeah, that sounded stupid from the get-go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And
at least
it's
the
just-
roadways, you can understand people donating to that shit, but the
Yeah.
plastic one was just like, you've got to be out of your fucking mind.
Well, I mean, if it works the way it's presented, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it worked the way they say it's gonna work, but there's always a fucking catch. There's always something
Yeah.
that's like,
Well,
oh,
in
yeah,
that
and
case,
the deep dark secret is you can only do it under these special conditions. And
in that case, they were just manufacturing plastic the same way they always did, but collecting like smog and then holding it before letting it go, essentially, to just sell plastic as though it were green, though when it wasn't.
Yay.
They
That's
were
a good
just
way.
saying they were making
Green
it out
is
of
just-
smoke. They really weren't.
Green is just a way to get people to buy your shit now. They don't
Yeah.
actually care about the planet. That's, get that out of your fucking mind. They just want your
It's a
money.
marketing ploy.
Yeah.
It's all
And it
marketing
works.
ploy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well, have you talked to like some of the vegetarians out there? They're so fucking out of their brains from not eating meat for so long. They're pretty
Oh,
fucking
man.
easily convinced of anything.
You gotta
Eat a
watch
burger.
the Penn and Teller thing where he gets people to sign a petition to ban hydrogen hydroxide.
Oh, dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah, dihydrogen monoxide.
That one was
It's
pretty
the number
fucking
one
good.
ingredient in acid rain, covering
Yeah.
like 78% of the planet, and it's like they just give you all these things that it's like, oh, this thing's horrible.
100% of people that drink it die.
Yeah, true.
Can't argue with math.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh man, that was pretty good. I saw that episode. You reminded me of that. That was. I love that show. I wish they still made it.
Or on the Man Show, they did stop suffrage.
The suffrage of women,
suffrage.
yeah.
Women are suffraging
And women's
right now, and we've
suffrage.
got to stop it.
And that episode,
Women are like, yeah.
yeah, that episode was awesome.
The only person that stood up against them was like this old white dude that's like, you can't be doing this, and he got like really
Yeah, because
pissed
he
off.
understood what the word meant.
Yeah, some lady was doing.
It was like
Somebody's like,
private college
suffrage.
kids or something. Like people who should know what that word means.
Then they got that one lady to actually walk around and get signatures too, as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
So they walked around and she's like, "And when your suffrage?" So you know what it was.
God.
I think I was like 17 or 18 when that shit came out, and even I was just like, fucking really? People
Yeah,
are that
it's like,
dumb?
people don't know what that means.
That's a whole nother level of stupidity.
Like they teach that shit in grade school,
Guys are
man.
generally stupid, but then there's just like, what the fuck's coming out of your mouth?
Yeah, right.
And there's like George Bush stupid.
Oh, don't you? You're just
Speaking
going
of
straight through
stupid.
the rip now.
Oh, did I get political? Sorry.
Boom!
Yeah, stop doing that, damn
I'm
it.
not really sorry though.
Political bomb.
What is this?
So you were talking about stupid stuff. I figured I'd go with the Bechdel test.
Okay, Bechdel.
God.
Got it.
Which is really funny because there's actually, I think
I
it's
funded on Kickstarter.
It's one of those Norse countries that actually started adopting this as part of the
Sweden.
things they put on their
Sweden.
standard thing on all of their films. And the Bechdel test is it has to have at least two named women in it who talk to each other about something besides a man. The really funny thing is the test
Is this
was,
really a thing?
It's like, yeah, it's kind of like the ESRB or the movie ratings, but it's not, like, it won't
I don't know.
Robo.
But yeah, like,
Class is going
movies
in
have
now,
to
okay.
be included in all the movies. Am I still in?
yeah.
So they
Essentially, it was either popularized or created by like a web comic artist. Did the comic Dykes to Watch Out For?
comic dykes.
Yeah, Alison
Dun, dun,
Bechdel's
dun.
comics. She's
They
the one
got
that
the short hair.
Dykes to Watch Out For is where they did the Bechdel test, which was essentially called something else or whatever. But
Feminist.
I thought it was really funny that people were so dumb that they were like, well, this webcomic artist, and I'm going to do the Bechdel test to see if my movie's worth it. I'm like, next they're going to do the Davis test, and that's going to make sure that movies have to have at least one scene with lasagna in it, and definitely demonstrate a hatred of Mondays.
Is this just like be sure to include the token person? Like,
Yeah, and then there's
like
the,
you must have at least two black people in your movie. They must talk to each other, and they must not mention blackness or something. I don't get it.
We must not be
Yeah.
talking about a
What is
white
the
guy.
point?
Not-
yeah, don't forget about the Watterson test. You have to have at least one stuffed animal that comes to life with a little kid when they're all alone.
Yeah.
Does it rape the kid?
I don't know. Did Hobbes ever rape Calvin? I
Throw
don't
me
think
on the
that was in
doll.
it.
Where the doll
I
touched
remember.
him.
I pretty distinctly remember reading that episode where he does.
You read that episode? God damn, dude. I thought I
know
read
I did.
all of them when I was a kid, but I was wrong.
That is the part of the Calvin and Hobbes Secret Edition. It's all the episodes or all the comic strips that no one ever really found that he locked far away from the rest of his
Deep
collection.
within the bunker.
Yes.
The Calvin and Hobbes never ended. Watterson just started releasing the newer episodes underground because they were a little less legal than the original
Calvin
series.
was. Calvin.
You can find them on the
sports, from
comics
what I
black
understand.
market.
Black market comics.
Yep.
Those are the
Go away.
best.
Calvin went through a skinhead phase where his dad taught him how to burn niggers. You know, that was the point. In the Calvin and Hobbes series.
Really? Wasn't the Jews?
No.
Why not both?
They started
I
with the
don't
people that
see
were closest.
Because they deserve it.
It's the console players.
No, it turns out Hobbes
See,
was Jewish, so
no.
Calvin wasn't down with that. Eventually, he got out of the the racism skinhead phase. Oh God, I want to read that comic sex like
Skinhead
arc
phase.
now.
Calvin.
Calvin goes through like a skinhead phase and he starts burning crosses on like the neighbor's lawn, and then
I smell a presentation coming on.
well, if somebody wants to make that presentation, they are welcome to. I'm gonna avoid profaning Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, I don't have it in
hold
me.
on.
My childhood would take too much damage.
Can we just have a picture of you, Stabby, just pissing on Calvin and Hobbes?
That's what we need. You know what's really fucked up? Those stickers of like Calvin peeing on things are unlicensed.
Yeah,
All
they're
of them are
illegal. None of the money
None of
ever went to the creator of Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, no one. Well, because he won't do anything other than the
Okay.
comics. He very clearly was like, I want to end this while it's still popular. I don't want people to have to suffer through watching the whole series just degrade
Go
into
downhill.
terribleness.
I hate that. Dude.
Mediocrity.
I wish more fucking artists would do that, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be a fucking dream come true.
Hint, hint. Spielberg. Hint, hint. George Lucas. Hint,
Hint,
hint.
hint. Every person in fucking Hollywood that's ever produced anything in the
Stop
last
going
fucking
back
10
and
years.
ripping your old movies.
Yeah.
No need. They're fine.
Mac Groening. The Simpsons.
Graining.
Yeah.
Graining?
Yeah,
Is it Graining?
it's called backing
Is
up
it?
on
The Simpsons
Spelled
is still
weird.
going, isn't it?
At
God
least he
damn it.
knew how to when to end Futurama. That was nice of him.
Well, you know, it
There's,
wasn't the guy from Family Guy part of that too, though.
Seth MacFarlane. I don't
Was
think
he
so.
that? No, I'm
Maybe
thinking.
Seth,
I was
maybe
thinking
Seth Green.
American Dad. My bad.
Yeah.
Because Seth MacFarlane was part of American Dad.
Dad. That's a pretty quality show.
Yeah.
I don't get why some people really seem to hate that and Family Guy. I don't get it. They think it's like
Family Guy
late
and American
writing or
Dad were
something.
very formulaic.
Yeah, but they're still pretty funny.
Yeah. If you don't
Oh
like
yeah, no, they were
them,
awesome shows. I loved them, but
if
they
you
were
don't
very
like
similar and very formulaic.
Yeah, and if
like
you don't
as
like
far
the
as his
formula,
formula.
then you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, like they each had like the funny animal pet thing, like the alien, and there was Brian, and then
Yeah,
Alf?
I still
You
found
talking about Alf now?
Alf.
Ow.
Well, I guess they all kind
Did
of
Alf
had that
kill the
similar-
conversation that bad?
It all kind of set up the same style, didn't it? I mean, with Futurama, I guess Bender kind of took that role, either that or Zoidberg. I mean, there's always that one character that's kind of the pet.
yeah,
I mean, I don't sure. I just kind of assumed because they all.
it's
kind
one of my
set
least
the same.
favorite tropes. There's always a character who's just a complete piece of shit that everybody likes. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, this character is just totally an asshole, but then it always turns out that they're altruistic and it's all perfect in the end. It's like, no, that's a horrible thing to teach people. Just fucking walk away from those assholes in real life.
I like Bender. It's like he's not altruistic. He's just fuck you.
Yeah.
He is an asshole, and that's his real personality.
That's just,
He is a douchebag, and that is all. Just douchebag.
I was just trying to think about it. There was a show, a movie I watched. It was Monster House. It
Yay!
was like a cartoon movie with a house that was like haunted by the dead soul of like this guy's wife who was a circus freak or something.
What?
And so she hated people and would kill them at the house.
All right.
You're just insane.
And like the two main characters, one was like a relatively smart kid who's like, all right, let's stay the fuck away from the house because you can get off the sidewalk, the house will fucking eat you. And then like this little crazy psycho caffeine hopped up kid who was always fucking around and screwing everything up. And I'm like, stop
Kill
fucking
him.
hanging out with that kid. He's a duke or a douche. There's just no fucking point.
Send that kid into the house
He's a
alone.
duke. He's
Don't go with
royalty.
He's right.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, I've only had like 3 hours of sleep, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me on that one.
Hey, that's what the coffee's for, man.
Oh no, I don't do caffeine anymore. Just
No.
sweet female
Caffeine
tears.
is a lie.
Oh, the female.
After about 3 weeks of drinking coffee, the waking up effect is gone, and your body's actually dragged down until you drink coffee, so that you can
Yeah.
get back up to regular levels. So don't drink coffee. It's a fucking trap.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Sorry,
not going
buddy.
to start drinking coffee, mostly because it tastes like absolute crap.
Yeah,
I'm
and
on
it tastes
that-
like shit too.
It's bitter as hell. I don't want to get into that.
I'm on that train, and man, when you try to stay up, 5 days a week for all night long, coffee
yeah, I
is
know.
your best friend. It is all day.
It's just making you
I-
tired.
Well, I gotta take that hit.
I do the graveyard shift with 0 caffeine altogether, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I
thought
find
you-
apple juice is actually fairly effective. If you
Yeah.
want a quick wake up, just drink a small amount of apple juice.
You know,
Mm,
Slam your dick in
I'm
the
not gonna
car
believe
door.
that.
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
God. Yeah. No, see, I need to be conscious, and I think slamming my dick at the car door will definitely just make me black out.
See,
It's
you
gonna
would
have the
think that,
opposite
you would think
effect.
that, but it doesn't. It feels
You think
really
so.
good.
You just take peppermint oil and put it
Gotta
down
do it
your
right.
ass crack.
Whoa.
It's like, you know, it's like,
Well, you'd be awake
you know
for
when you're
hours.
just, it's like, you know, when you're just sitting around sometimes and you get the urge to just get some hot wax and pour it all over your dick. It feels just like that would
Yes.
Are you talking about
What do
the
you-
atheist? What's his name? Amazing atheist, whatever.
feel. Yeah,
Oh
he,
god,
do
that
that?
video was disturbing and funny at the same time.
You're,
It was-
you're
it was
into some
excellent.
weird shit, class.
I
You're
love
into
his
weird shit.
Skeletor impressions.
Yeah, we're talking about. For those who don't know, we're talking about a guy who's fairly well known on YouTube, who unfortunately had a couple videos released of him that were rather private. One of him shoving a banana up his ass, and the other one of him pouring hot oil on his micro penis.
Micro penis.
it was a micro penis. I
It was
swear
like it looked like a baby penis.
Oh. Was it like an acorn? Like a
It
tattoo?
wasn't even just short. It was like really narrow.
Oh. Poor guy.
I'm talking spaghetti noodles, man.
We're getting way too in depth here. I think describing another man's genitalia.
No. I don't think we're that far enough. I don't
I think it's
we're that far enough.
horrific now. I don't know what
All
you're
right,
talking
so,
about.
Can you
so
go
all right,
too far?
he's sitting on his bed, kind of like so,
Oh God! I'm gonna have to demonstrate.
There you go.
kind of like so,
I hope his mask falls off.
and he's a big chunky guy, right? So he stands up, and there's
So
this
you
little
take up like
penis.
maybe a fifth of the room that he took up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're black,
Oh
so
my
your penis
God.
is gonna be huge compared to his.
yeah. I'm not gonna whip mine out. I don't want this to get taken down for Nish. This is all for you.
Please,
But anyway, yeah. Then he pulls out this
penis.
like, so I don't know what you call it.
At any
It's a
point, would
pot-
you see a
it's
naked
pot
man
of-
pull out a fucking pot,
Mhm.
or whatever, that looks like it came off of a fucking stove? You know that's going the wrong way.
Yeah, if it wasn't Amazing
That's-
Atheist, I would have turned it off right there. But I kept watching, and he pours a little bit on his dick, and then starts screaming agony, then a bit more, and he does this about 3 times. Then he finally, at the end of the video, he had a little bit of hot wax left, so he stands up and dips his balls in it
Hey,
twice.
did he make like a
What the hell?
perfect ball mold? If
Well,
you did
man.
that right, you could
I
get a
didn't
perfect
get to
ball
the end of the
count.
video. I missed the dipping part.
and it's fun. And then at the end, he turns around and then pours the rest of it all over his ass.
You know
I
what?
wonder, did he
The
want
general
that
rule of
to
thumb
get
is
out?
somebody out there jacked off to that. So
Yeah,
I
if it
know I
wasn't
did.
leaked, he could have passed it off for like performance art or something. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's like maybe he leaked that on purpose just to get people to watch him. You see? Maybe
I'm
that's part
still
of the
not gonna watch
scheme.
well, there was a big controversy around like Sia's new music video too. It's got what's his name from the Transformers, the crazy motherfucker, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
LaBeouf.
Scream.
So I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Sia's chandelier video where it has like a 12-year-old girl doing like a dance routine in like a leotard, a really weird modern dance routine.
Yeah.
But that got really popular. And then it's that girl again dancing with Shia LaBeouf, and Shia LaBeouf is in like a beard and a really tiny pair of like biker shorts. And she's in her same little leotard thing. They both look dirty, and they're in a cage dancing together, like in weird like combat dance stuff.
Wow.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's
weird."
Yeah, which it's not. It's just weird modern art. Like, get over yourselves. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Did he touch her in an inappropriate way or something? Like
no. They you know, at one point she jumps on his back and he, you know, flips her over in front of him and stuff, and
did he take her on a roller coaster?
Dance hits at each other where they're like 5 fucking miles away from the other person, but they're like punching really. They're just like punching away. Like I just hit myself, you know, like.
Oh.
Show me where on the doll the famous actor touched you.
Yeah. Well, then again, he's also well known for like claiming he got raped while he did that, like that thing where he would let people access him for like 10 minutes and he just wore like a bag over his head or something and an apology for whatever. I forget what it was.
I remember he did some interview with some reporter, and the whole interview was just he and the reporter sitting in a room for 35 minutes staring at each other. Like this.
I don't think she was actually a reporter. I think she just called herself that.
She was like a journalist or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I know that she was a legit journalist, though.
It sounds better than going, I'm a random person, and I'm here today.
Oh, yeah, no. Much more useful than most Hollywood interviews.
Yeah.
Incredibly more useful. I got more out of that than
Did he jump on a couch or do anything crazy like that?
No. He just stared at each other.
Or claim he was like from Mars or something?
Nope, he didn't claim anything. Just looked at her.
Some people it's crazy worshiping Scientology, but
he's somebody who probably could benefit from some medication. But,
that's probably what compelled him to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there I see that like probably could benefit from medication, but our laws aren't really good enough when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's why you get like those school shootings.
Yeah,
because there's not firm enough laws regarding like who needs to be on medication and who isn't, you know. Because in most of those cases, like Colorado and all those school shootings, it's like those people were chronically.
Those people were fucked up, and we knew it ahead of time.
Yeah,
and we basically ignored it.
But it's all about the guns. The guns are at fault. The
guns are terrible. They told me to do it.
Or video games, yeah.
You can make an argument that having like a submachine gun makes it easier for him to go on a rampage and kill more people. But that's about as far as I can really see that argument.
I don't know that you could really make any argument about an inanimate object causing a problem.
Well, you wouldn't want to give like random people on the street like grenades and shit. It's like
well, yeah, you would, because the vast majority of them would never do anything wrong.
I don't want people on the street having grenades.
I don't either, but you gotta realize you could probably walk around for hours and hand out 1,000 grenades with literally no concern. Like it would take a while before you'd find the one like wacko that's gonna be like, I'm gonna blow up the fucking
Yeah, but when that one wacko
didn't pay me.
But when the one wacko does go crazy, having access to weapons of greater destruction make things.
Yeah, which is why our mental health system needs to be addressed, because that's what that system is there for, is to catch those people out.
I can see taking steps in multiple directions.
Yeah. Granted, I don't think people really need to have grenades. I think that's
maybe we don't need grenades.
Why not?
Probably psychically? No.
Psycho-evaluate.
Yeah, psycho-evaluate. There you go.
I mean,
every person who owns guns should have to undergo psychoanalysis. Like, they should have to go through, like, a mental health test.
Yeah.
They should also prove that they're psychic.
Psychic, yeah.
Just because we keep fucking saying that word all the time.
God damn it.
Send your butt pictures today.
Oh, man.
Oh,
yeah, they need to...
I think some kind of gun license, like you would get a car license, would be... I mean, I guess they already have that kind of some.
Yeah, well, essentially they have like a waiting period, and you have to register the guns to you in most states. There are some states where I think they don't even make you do that, but.
In Oregon, all you have to do is pass a background check. Takes like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's not enough. I mean,
I could go up the
you gotta
street
get a
right
little bit
now.
more.
I could have a gun within an hour or two.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can you meet me at the school in like 2 hours?
No.
Oh, so Agent Johnson, thank you for joining us from the NSA. We'd like to say, hello and welcome to our show.
Mr.
Oh, is Agent Johnson on this week?
Propaganda from the government? No.
Yeah, how are their wife and kids, Agent?
And this time, just come in through the door. I mean, you don't have to kick in the window or anything. I mean, that's a bitch to replace.
Oh yeah, it's unlocked, dude.
Yeah, I
Come on,
mean,
shit.
you can just knock. I mean, I'll open the door for you. It's chill.
I made tea this time since
Yeah.
I knew you were coming.
Look, we have cookies. Let's talk.
You don't have to.
And I
You
am
got
on
Got off on the
medication
wrong
today.
foot.
You got that
You kicked me in
gravelly
my house.
Batman voice there, Stabbies? Get that little
Yeah,
Batman-
the crappy voice. When I don't get enough sleep, I get really phlegmy. That's my Batman voice. Yeah, my Batman voice is just fucking phlegm build up in the back of my throat. Yay, that's fucking hot, man.
Oh, so
You're
hot.
telling me.
Tell me where the bomb is.
Put that phone in.
Can't help myself. All right,
The end.
Okay, good night.
Podcast.
everyone, go fuck yourself.
Oh,
We're
hold on,
starting.
some guy just asked if he could have our YouTube channel name.
Fuck no.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Hell no.
Somebody wants
Wait,
our
someone-
YouTube channel name?
Or
Is that
yes.
serious or?
Yeah. Do
Can
you
they
have
make
a
it
YouTube
better than us?
Can you?
Probably. I mean, I don't imagine you could get much worse than this. This is
Pretty god awful.
Yeah, really. I was gonna say only improve our game. That's definitely true.
Nowhere to go but up because the
Yep.
ground floor is very safe.
Yeah. Because I'm constantly going down anyway.
Oh, but
Oh,
I think that concludes our podcast for today, boys.
yay.
Alright.
Yay.
We did it.
we'd like to sincerely apologize
Yeah,
for
please forgive us.
whatever happened in the last hour or so.
Yeah.